everybody, and what's up, fighters? Fightman64 here, and welcome back to some more F-ZERO GX. Last time we took on the penultimate chapter and the most climatic chapter of the game, the F-ZERO Grand Prix, to become the Grand Prix champion at Mute City to defeat our two rivals, Black Shadow and Blood Falcon, as well as the rest of the participants in the race through all three difficulty, and was surprisingly able to do it in less than an hour. And in the last cutscene, we saw Captain Falcon claim his champion's belt. And then later on, immediately, Black Shadow was killed by Deathborn with his awesome lightsaber. And now, with Black Shadow out of the way, there's one more opponent to race against, and it's Deathborn. And he's challenging us to a race in the Underworld, which is what today's chapter is going to be about. Secret of the Champion's Belt. All we have to do is defeat Deathborn before we're called the true champion of the F-ZERO universe in F-ZERO GX story mode. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So you know the drill up to this point. So before we begin, y'all could do me a huge favor and punch that like button on this video. I would really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button today if you're not a subscriber already, because we still have a lot of you watching my videos as a non-subscriber. And if you are watching this now and you have not subscribed yet, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button today and hit the notification bell if you enjoy gaming content such as this one. Our next goal is 700 subscribers, so let's reach that by the end of either this episode or in the next. There's only 2 chapters to go. And next is Chapter 8, Secrets of the Champion's Belt. Captain Falcon sets out to meet Deathborn, knowing he must not lose.
I've been waiting for you. Did you bring the champion's belt? Good. Falcon, shall I tell you something before you die? Dark and light, the two great forces which make up our universe. These two universal forces are condensed in each of our belts. Didn't you know? At the moment when the two forces become one, it is possible to seize that power. Then I can turn this whole galaxy into a pile of ashes in an instant. How I've waited for this moment. The world will fall into total darkness.
Not if I can help it. I'll destroy you yet. Let's go.
Alright! It's a winner-takes-all moment, and it's Captain Falcon versus Deathborn. And we gotta win the battle against Deathborn and be the first to reach the goal before he does. And this one is surprisingly not hard for me. At least through difficulty standards, but the track can be pretty difficult to maneuver. And there's a reason I say that as well. Because as you can see, we are racing in the land of the Underworld against the main antagonist himself, Deathborn. So for this race in particular, you're going to notice that there's going to be a lot of bombs in the area. Just like how we saw in at the end section of the last episode. So, what you want to do here is, well, one of my suggestions is you can take out as many bombs as possible as long as it doesn't kill you. And what you're also going to notice is that there are some fire sections along the way as well. Also similar to how we saw in the last episode. So anyway, yeah. So the normal difficulty of this race is really not that hard. You just gotta maneuver carefully and like know the track. And the thing that you will also notice as well is that Deathborn like to do his spin attack whenever you get too close to him, and he will do that every time you attempt to pass him. But if you can just pass him at literally the right moment, you will gain a good lead on him. Basically what you want to do is you want to maneuver the track as best as you can possibly can without your control stick screwing over like it's been trying to do for quite some time now. But yeah. So basically use as many bombs as you need to as long as you have enough energy to survive those as well. And once you do that, you will beat Deathborn. Notice how I never forfeited a lead after lap 2 had finished. Yeah, this one is surprisingly not too hard, considering it's just one foe that you have to face. And for beating Deathborn on the normal difficulty, we unlock the final chapter of the game. Finale Enter the Creator. Who's the creator, you may ask? Well, we'll find out next episode. But we're not going to end the episode yet because it's too early to do that right now.
Forces will never get their hands on this belt. I'll keep winning.
And that is our ultimate prize that we get for defeating the final opponent, Deathborn. But we're far from done, honestly, because we still have hard and very hard to do. I think you guys already know the gist of that up to this point. So, similar to how it is with hard and very hard difficulty, well, similar to how it is in Chapter 7, instead of doing 3 laps, we're now going to be doing 4 laps this time. So yeah, this is basically the same thing as last time, except Deathborn is your only racer that's competing against you. But like I said, Deathborn in this race, he's not really that hard, as long as you know how to maneuver the track carefully and use those trap bombs wisely as well. I would silently suggest trying to take those out as many as possible before attempting a pass on Deathborn. And as you can see, I did quite a bit of terrible maneuvering on my part on that first lap, but it's not the end of the world yet, because catching up to him, it still is quite possible at the very moment. So yeah, not all hope is lost, because as you can see, we're right close to Deathborn yet again. Yeah, Deathborn always does his spin attack every time you attempt to pass him, regardless of how close you are to his vehicle as well. And we also just maintained the lead yet again, which is why I haven't really changed anything setting-wise as well, because I don't really have that much to worry about. It's just that you want to be very careful about bombs sometimes, because some of the bombs, they can throw you off stage if you are unlucky. And as you can clearly see, I have quite a big lead against him. The fact that there's also rails as well, it makes this one quite easy. And we right now have a huge lead against Deathborn at this current rate. But that can change if I get too careless with my boost. And with not having some careful maneuvering as well. Easy peasy, nice and breezy. We beat him on the first try yet again on a harder difficulty. But there is still the very hard difficulty to do. Part for beating Chapter 8 on hard difficulty: Crystal Egg, Dread Hammer, and Meteor RR. And now we gotta beat him on very hard difficulty. And this is where Deathborn does put up quite a fight here. But regardless, not as hard as what Chapter 7 was, or 5. Because like I said, it's just one opponent you need to beat. That's it. That's really about it. That and using the bomb trap wisely. As wisely as possible. Now what I'm also going to say as well is that destroying Deathborn's vehicle, that is an option that you can do, but the only problem with destroying Deathborn's vehicle is that he will respawn no matter what. The reason I know this is because as a kid, I was able to crash his vehicle twice on the very hard difficulty. Back when I was still like an inexperienced kid at the time. It was just getting, like, really getting into the game in that regard and that stuff. But yeah. You can try, so yeah, you can try KOing Deathborn if you like to, but it's really not going to make a difference in the outcome, even if you do manage to destroy him, because he'll just respawn no matter what happens. Just to keep you on your toe and continue to give you quite a big challenge and a run for your money as well. And that is why you gotta be careful about hitting bombs, because some of those bombs, they can throw you off course, even if it looks like you're in the safest spot as well. So there you go. That's your first failed attempt on very hard difficulty. Sometimes you can get a bit unlucky with those bombs if you hit them in the worst position possible. So you want to choose wisely on which bomb you want to hit. Would I recommend you destroy all the bombs? No. As that can lead to your careless downfall. Because as you saw in that last attempt, and this attempt of course, I got really unlucky here. So now this is So now this is attempt number 3 that I'm currently doing. And every failed attempt has been because of me crashing into one of the cavern walls in the Underworld. Alright, not bad on the first lap so far. Still do have to be careful about which bombs I hit though. And just any one of them could kill me. Like the one at the very end section did. But that's obvious. I was not expecting myself to hit a bomb right there. I am catching up to him though. Third try may be the charm here, but we'll see. We shall see together. We're closing in on him. Slowly but surely. Oh boy. Oh boy, the bomb. Those bombs are starting to get to me a little bit. I think that made me lose some ground against him. And it looked like it did by just a little. Still on his tail. Oh boy. I am going to pass him eventually. It's only a matter of time before I do. But not like that, I won't. If I keep hitting bombs like this, I won't be able to beat him. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. 4 laps later and I still have yet to pass him. Not far from us, though. He's right there. Just within reach. I also do love this music, by the way. Banger music. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's gonna be close. Will I beat him? Or will I not? And I just barely got denied of a victory. There was potential there, but it turned out to be missed potential. So unfortunately, third try was not the charm. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate of that happening. No hope is lost, though. We can still do this. We can still do it. There is still hope. A lot of hope left still in my bones. We're done with some of the worst chapters. It's just trying to outmaneuver Deathborn without getting too careless of hitting bombs and all that stuff. That was a pretty good second lap right there. That was a pretty good second lap right there, honestly. Made up for a lot of lost ground. I mean, didn't pass him, but still. That was actually pretty decent. For the most part. Besides, I get to listen to this banger music and just jam out to it. Because I love this song. This song is so underrated in my opinion. It just is for me. Honestly, I wish this was like Deathborn's main theme. What do I mean by that? Well, I may show this later in the future, but I have a reason for saying that. Instead of just like being in just a track, if you know what I mean. Looks like we pull ahead of Deathborn. Just gotta maintain the lead and keep him from passing me, because he is not far from us right now. We just passed him. We just gotta make a strong finish here. Getting closer to promised land. Come on, strong finish, Captain Falcon. And we got it. Deathborn has been soundly defeated by the man in the awesome suit, Captain Falcon himself. Our prize for Chapter 8, very hard difficulty clear. Very hard difficulty is Bony Flash, controlled by a girl.
Forces will never get their hands on this belt. I'll keep winning.
You sure got that right, Captain Falcon. We have defeated Deathborn once and for all, and have made it to the promised land. To win against Deathborn in the Underworld, and win the Ultimate Champion belt. Oh, that victory felt good. Really, really good. In that sense. Only 3 more unlockable races left. And there's only one more chapter to go after 8 chapters that we've done so far. So right now we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have at least 8 more racers left to collect. And then we will have all the racers before we get to the main event of this Let's Play, the F-ZERO Grand Prix, which means next time on F-ZERO GX Story Mode, we do the final chapter of the game. And we're going to be in for quite a surprise, actually, because this next chapter, it will be quite difficult. But will it be that difficult like Chapter 7 and Chapter 5? Well, you'll have to find out next time. So, once again, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching it, and if you have enjoyed this episode and you'd like to see the final chapter of story mode, don't forget to punch that like button. And that is what we'll be doing next time. So, once again, I am Fightman64. See you all. Have a good day. Game on, my friend, and take care. Goodbye, everybody, and stay safe. Adios.